Hi, I'm Calvin, and I'm with Jim, and we're at RASP Skate Park, and Jim's going to answer some questions about skateboarding. So Jim, what is skateboarding?
Skateboarding is basically just taking trucks, like metal trucks with wheels, and putting them on a plank of wood. That's basically skateboarding in the most basic sense.
How did it get created?
Skateboarding came out of California for the most part. People who were trying to simulate surfing. And then they eventually got into skating pools, and then in the late 70s, early 80s, street skateboarding was invented.
But what's the differences between skateboards?
Difference in skateboards is basically there's long boards, and then there's boards for doing more tricks.
Oh.
So there's boards for transportation and speed, which are like, longer boards. You've probably seen them people on college campuses with the big wheels. And then there's like trick skateboards, which are smaller, they're easier to maneuver.
How and when did you get into skateboarding?
I got into skateboarding when I was about 11 years old, and I got into it because my brother was doing it, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. So I started using one of his boards, and then other kids from the neighborhood were skating too, and it just picked up from there.
What stuff do you need for skateboarding to be safe?
For skateboarding, the most important thing you have is a helmet. You can get other pads, like wrist guards, knee guards, elbows, but a helmet is the most important thing to protect your brain.
What's the basic trick in skateboarding?
The most basic trick in skateboarding is the ollie. It's just basically where you snap your tail, you slide your foot up on the front of the board, and then you level off the board. And that's when, the board comes off the ground. You see all kinds of tricks, that people do, or, flip tricks. That's all a variation of the ollie.
Can you teach me how to do some basic tricks?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, sweet.
The first thing you want to do when you're skating is learn how to stand on it. And the most important thing is learning which way you feel most comfortable going, which direction. Which direction do you feel most comfortable going? It's your left foot or your right foot?
I like having my left foot in the lead.
All right, so if you got your left foot in the lead, that's called regular foot.
Okay.
If you were skating the other way, it's called goofy foot. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that the foot that you're most comfortable going forward on is on the skateboard on the front of it, just like that. Yeah. Your left foot. Then when you push, you want to lift your back foot up and you want to cover on the tail. And then when you want to push again, all you got to do is the opposite. You just twist your foot sideways like this, take your foot off, and then you push again. Another way you can start out doing basic tricks in skating is learning how to do ramps and transition. And the most basic trick you can do is to learn how to do a kick turn on a ramp. And it's super intimidating looking at like one of these big ramps. But the trick is to start really small at the bottom and gradually roll a little faster at it every time. And then you can carve up it and then turn and come back down. Another thing about ramps that's a little bit unnatural to learn is that you want to fall forward. When you're going down a ramp, you want to put your weight all on your front foot. If you're doing a kick turn, you don't want to ride up and put your weight on your back foot. As you're turning, you want to shift your weight all the way forward.
How can I keep on doing this?
Well, basically to skateboard, you need a skateboard, you need a helmet, and you need a place to skate. Public parks are free. You can also go to a private park like this. You can find a really quiet place that's legal to skate, like if there's a plot of cement somewhere. Sometimes, public spaces like parks will let you skate there, even if they're not designed for skateboarding. You want to find places that there aren't cars, there aren't people, that are really close together. It's good to get actual skateboard shoes because those will last you longer. But to do the most basic skateboard tricks, you don't really need a lot. You got this. Yeah, Calvin.